Is this upcoming game for the Denver Broncos against the New York Jets a trap game? It's a common narrative that I've been hearing all week. Ooh, the Broncos better be careful. This game might be a trap game. Yes, Denver's coming off of a big road win against the Eagles. And sometimes teams coming off of a big road win, the following game does have potential to be a trap game. But in order for it to be a trap game, the opponent must be scrappy. They must be a tough, fighting football team. I don't see that with the New York Jets. They're 0-5. They've shown a lack of discipline on both sides of the ball. They've shown an overall lack of fight on both sides of the ball, especially on defense. And that was supposed to be the area that was supposed to improve immediately because Aaron Glenn, he's a defensive-minded head coach, and his defensive coordinator, Steve Wilks, used to be an NFL head coach. So that's the side of the ball that we didn't expect any issues from the New York Jets, and they've been their worst unit to this point. There are some factors where this could be a trap game for the Denver Broncos. The fact that the game's in London, the fact that the Jets are looking for their first win, they're going to be desperate in this one, and that Aaron Glenn is a former Sean Payton protege. You know how good it would feel for Aaron Glenn to beat his old boss. However, the New York Jets, penalties galore. The only thing they really do well is run the football. They can't pass the ball outside of garbage time. Their defense is really bad, regardless if it's garbage time or not. This common narrative out there that the New York Jets are garbage time merchants is very much true. I've watched both of their last two games on All 22, and they weren't playing competitive football until it was garbage time in either one of those games. Additionally, I want to go ahead and bring in this data courtesy of Sumer Sports' new AI. It's a really cool feature that cuts my research time in half. Not sponsored. I just think this is a really sick feature here that Sumer Sports has come out with. And I asked it, what is the New York Jets offense expected points added per play in garbage time versus non-garbage time relative to the rest of the league? EPA per play is kind of the universal metric that's accepted to measure performance from both offense and defense. In garbage time, the New York Jets are the 11th best team out of 28 teams. I don't know why the hell it's only grading out 28 of the teams right there. I'm assuming because only 28 of the teams have had enough garbage time reps to count in the season. That would make sense. But 11th best garbage time team in the NFL in terms of EPA per play on offense. Significantly better than league average. In non-garbage time, their EPA per play is 24th out of 32 teams. They're considerably worse than league average in competitive situations. Now let's bring in that same metric for their defense in terms of EPA per play that they're allowing. And remember, we want it to be negative here. Negative is better for the defense. In garbage time, they are the 8th best defense out of 29. Again, I'm assuming that's the only amount of teams that have had enough garbage time reps to count. They're a significantly better defense in garbage time than league average. Non-garbage time, they are 29th out of 32. Considerably worse than league average in competitive situations, non-garbage time. So, yeah, the numbers back it up and the film backs it up. The New York Jets are garbage time merchants. And that's something the Denver Broncos need to take advantage of in those first three quarters. Open up the can of whoop ass on them. This Jets team is severely undisciplined. They rack up penalties, and that's not something that I would have expected from an Aaron Glenn coach team. This Jets team, it already feels like Glenn has lost the locker room. They're going to be scrappy in this one. I'm confident about that. But you have to be a somewhat decent football team in order for an opponent to walk in there and be worried about a trap game. The Broncos have been in so many games like this before in the Sean Payton era, especially in these past two seasons, and they've been able to overcome these circumstances. People were worried about the Cincinnati Bengals game being a trap game, and I was saying, the Bengals aren't good enough for this to be a trap game. What did the Broncos do? They kicked their ass. I'm expecting the same thing here in this Jets game. Running the football is going to be an area where the New York Jets are going to have some success. But the Broncos are getting Malcolm Roach back this week. that's going to help significantly in clogging those gaps up the middle, where it's going to make it a lot harder for the New York Jets to run the football. With Justin Fields, I am a little bit worried if he turns the corner on one of our linebackers, so this is going to be on our edge rushers, in my opinion, Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper, to set the edge and keep Justin Fields contained in the pocket. If Justin Fields gets out of the pocket, he can make some special stuff happen with his legs, but if the Denver Broncos sell out to stop the run, both from the running back perspective as well as the quarterback perspective, and they make the New York Jets turn into a drop-back passing football team, they're not going to have success. And the Broncos, they should be able to do pretty much what they want against this Jets defense. I am a little worried about the Jets defensive line, especially with the injuries up front that Denver's dealing with. That Ben Powers injury sucks for this game. But the Jets don't have much in the second level or third level of their defense. Their secondary's been awful, and that includes Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner has not been good this year. And just overall, there's a lack of discipline on this defense. They don't tackle well. They take bad angles. They're just a bad defense, and this New York Jets team has all the signs of being a poorly coached team. We know that the Denver Broncos, for the most part, are a well-coached football team. The Broncos should beat this New York Jets team by multiple scores. That's a spoiler for my game prediction later in the week. This should not be a close football game. This should be a 17-point football game. Is it going to be the 25-point game that we saw against the Cincinnati Bengals 2 weeks ago? I don't think so. But could this very easily be a 17-point game here for the Denver Broncos? Absolutely, it could. And quite frankly, if it's only a win by one score, I'm going to be disappointed because that means that the Denver Broncos didn't play their best football. So let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Do you view this game as a trap game for the Denver Broncos? Or do you think that they're going to go in, play sound, fundamental football, at least better than the New York Jets? And do you think they're going to come away with a multi-score win? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. Additionally, if you guys want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, please consider becoming a channel member today. I would really appreciate it. It's not mandatory whatsoever, but if you want some extra perks and incentives in exchange for helping me out and helping the channel grow, I would really appreciate it if you would consider it. Again, the link is in the description below. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.